So the first issue with this training was the payload. So let us go find our aircraft. If you view the unit list, it's easier to find here. We'll just hit Hog 11, goes right to where it's at on the map, and we come over here, and this is our plane. And if you look at these menu items, the second one is, guess what? Payload. That's what we need to change because it is wrong. So here's our mission payload for the mission. All of these things down here are clickable items where you can set custom payloads that have already been configured. And you can see that we don't have any TGP in our mission payload, so we don't get the convenience of using that. But you can see that we have rockets on racks 8 and 9 and 3 and 4, and that's wrong. What he's looking for during the training is rockets on racks 2 and 3 and 9 and 10. So we can get rid of these rockets here on 4, remove payload, and on 8, remove payload. And then we would need rockets on 9 and 10, and 2 and 3. So for 2, we right click, we're looking for rockets. The very first one is the one we want. 7 rockets. We want that pod to be on rack 2. And the other one we want to be on rack 10. So we've corrected the payload. Our mission would actually go all the way to completion right now when we save this. So normally I like to close out the menu and get to just the map mode before we hit save. I'm going to hit save as at the moment. And we're going to save this in an area we're going to do video editing into, instead of editing right into this mission training. I have a video editing folder that I created. It's on my D drive. It's called video editing, and we're just going to call this edited -1. Alright, so we've got that saved. Now, I'm not going to test that. I know it'll work, it's too simple. But I want to, before we move on with this training, and I will be making a second video after 30 minutes. Let's actually, I wanted to show you something by actually flying the mission while we're in here. And we're not actually going to fly the plane, but I am going to show you how to view the range, because I definitely wanted to show you something. What I'm going to show you is that the moving vehicles are going to start as soon as our training starts. Start the mission.
Welcome to the training flight on the employment of unguided rockets and the GAU-8A gun against stationary and mobile ground targets. In this lesson, we'll review the HUD indications for gun and rocket employment, and then you'll have some range time to try a few strafing runs. Before taking off, let's configure some settings for the sortie. First, set the IFC to test mode by left-clicking once so we can set up some gun options.
I want to go through these function buttons. We're in the plane sitting at the runway, but if we hit F2, we can see ourselves outside the plane. we're not concerned with this, although remember there was a couple moving trucks. You can see them moving way out there. Well, if we hit function, if we hit F7, we can see a pair of moving trucks. And guess what? F7 pulled up other vehicles that are in motion. And here we are, it coincidentally picked the very first one happened to be our moving trucks. And you can see that our moving trucks already started moving at mission start. And that is a ridiculous thing to do as far as I'm concerned. But while I'm here, why don't we just go ahead and show them avoiding these trees? This is pretty cool. The artificial intelligence is pretty good. So this is what we're going to change. I'm going to change this. I'm also discuss this now by having them not be activated until I want them to be activated. And then the other thing is he only tells us when it's time that we're going to be doing the moving targets. He only puts out one smoke marker. The moment he does that, it's only the marker comes out exactly where they were at when he's talking. But by the time you get there, you don't know where they're at if they're still in motion. But more than likely, because we saw in 25 minutes they're going to be done with their waypoints, and they'll be parked up there where they started from. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this is how we're going to be viewing these trucks. And if we quit this and we go back to the mission editor, we're back where we started.